Guys, thank you for your time. Can you introduce yourself to people with the audio?
Yeah, hi, I'm Nori and I'm the drummer of Corvus Corax, in this case Era Metallum.
Hello, I'm Castus, and I am the singer, and I play the Gyatla Horni. This is a horn, a very long horn. Yes, and also I play some flutes. Today I don't play the bagpipe, but normally in longer concerts I also play bagpipe.
Awesome. I saw you playing the flute. Oh, it was really interesting. How do you feel?
After the concert, yeah, it was a great concert. So, yeah, what we can say, because you saw the audience was totally wild and crazy, and we also on stage. So we never will forget that concert.
It was a big fest, definitely. It was really cool. It was really cool.
This was a real Hellfest.
Yes.
Yeah, Hellfest. Oh my God. I have a tough question for you. How could you describe your band, Corvus Corax, to someone who doesn't know you, without using the words folk or pagan? It's like the audience of our media is mostly focused on black and death metal, so think about an explanation that can make them curious about the band.
Okay. So normally we are Corvus Corax is playing medieval music, but not from the church. It's only like the heavy metal from the medieval time. So in the medieval time, where don't exist the bagpipe, exists the drum, and in the medieval time don't exist the guitar. So in that time the people played the drums and the bagpipe. So the bagpipe is like the guitar from the medieval time, but now the new project Era Metallum is with guitar and bagpipes. So we have a conglomerate from medieval and modern. So it's really crazy and from the hell.
Yes. And I think we are not really a folk band, because all these folk bands, folk rock bands, folk metal bands, they're using ideas in a music way. It's not really old, and our music is based on really kind of 1,000 years old music. It is not what the pagan people do, because it's much older. This is we are playing the music which was played in Europe from 500 after till 15th century, and it is archaic, but it's not. There was a lot of melodies and a very interesting structure in the music at all. So, and I think this is the difference from our idea to a lot of other bands. And of course, now with the mixture with metal music, it's not hard rock. We really want to make metal music with our idea. So this, I think, is the specialty from us.
Yeah. But important is that the language, what I sing, it's Old Norse, and it is a Viking language from 1,000 years ago. So it's from Edda. So many people know the old book. It's like the Bible, but it's the Bible from the Vikings, Edda.
Great, really great. So you played earlier on the temple stage. How was the show to you?
Just great. It was. I think on this festival here on Hellfest, it totally doesn't matter which time you enter the stage, because the audience really love to have fun. It's it was our second time here. We played here, I think, 2017 with the original basic Corvus Corax idea. And I really can remember we had no idea what will happen here, and then thousands of people sit down and form with their bodies a long ship from the Viking people and started to move their body ship. And we were thinking about, we are watching the audience or the audience us, or what's going on here. It's really amazing here.
Yeah, great. What I can say, because today when we played some songs, then the people sit down and they row. So I was telling no, I will tell you in the old language, row. It's in English. Row with Wikinger is it's similar. It's in Old Norse, and the people sit down and they start to drive with us to Iceland.
From here to there. Yes, it was really great.
Everybody was sitting, so it was great.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Really. Well, wait. I have the Sebastian. We are doing.
Our tour manager want to make sure that you really arrived, huh?
Yes.
Finally.
So you a bit answered my next question, because it was, what does playing again at the Hellfest mean for you and for the band? Because you said last time was in 2017, so maybe you want to complete the answer or just keep the question?
It was, the first time we played here is kind of a pity, but we had no idea about this festival. We are totally surprised, because usually we know a lot of festivals, but we had no idea. Then we arrived here 7 years ago, and it was just so, whoa, what the fuck is going on here?
The festival was bigger.
Yes.
And bigger and bigger, and then we saw that the hall was totally full, and then later we hear that outside the same people,
Minimum the same amount of people,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, they were looking the stream because they cannot come inside.
Yeah.
So
Same time.
yeah, so that was really great for us that the people love Corvus Corax, so, and our music. So
And just to explain, our bass player, yes, it's his birthday today. He told me an hour ago, this will never happen again in his life. To play on his own birthday on Hellfest with this audience, he was so extremely happy, really.
You know that under the tent, if I'm not wrong, there can be 8,000 people just under the tent, and there was so many people outside also. So more than 8,000 maybe for you.
yeah, we know that, yes.
Okay.
And okay, we are happy for that. But we know that because you can look if you see how much people stream our music, and then we can see that we have many fans in France.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
really
oh,
surprised too, because it seems that for every folk concert today there was a lot of people, and I was really surprised, because I didn't think folk was so popular in France.
Yeah,
But
but we don't play folk music.
We made a little bit different version, but we played especially last year some festivals here in France as well, and here is really right now a big scene about this all this pagan folk whatever special rock metal scene. Yeah, it's very nice, and it's always fun. The French people, they like to have fun. That's very good. Yes, they really.
Yeah, and the thing is that we know that before we start to play Era Metallum, the metal show, we had many metalheads in like our fans, and so we think, okay, we have to make for that for the people that like to drink honey wine and to have party with us. Okay, we have to make some really hard metal songs. So and we are really happy, and that the people accept our new project.
seems so. How did you get prepared for the show?
We don't drink so much alcohol before, because we like to remember, and it was really important because it was a great show. think if we are drunk and going on stage, and after we don't know, we can't remember. So that is very bad. So we don't drink alcohol before we had our special costume, and we tune our instruments. And Nori, he's like a really hard sportman because he must have the hot body.
Yeah, playing the drums is sport, definitely.
Oh my God. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, but the best preparation for a show like this is waiting for the fun we will have and be relaxed.
Yeah, and
That's the thing.
And see the audience, because I saw some bands before, and I saw the audience, and I think that will be a great show because the audience is totally hot.
Thank you. Your latest album, Era Metallum, came out 2 years ago. How was the feedback for the album since that?
Yeah, the feedback are difficult to explain. So, of course, if you make music now, it's with the name Corvus Corax since 35 years. This is our 35th anniversary this year. And, of course, there are people, they want us like we are for forever, So, of course,
Yes.
that when we do something new, maybe we'll say so, But the thing is, we did so many different things in the past. We had an orchestra project, Cantus Buranus, We had a kind of a musical, the Curse of the Dragon, some years ago. We had a side project called Berlinski Beat, and I think most of our fans already know that they have to expect something new from us, and so. Yes, the reaction was from most of the people was excellent, was really cool, and even the fans who really want the raw Corvus Corax idea, they said, it's really cool, but I prefer the original, and then for us it's totally fine, So, because no one have to become a metalhead just because of us, but most of the people really love it. And the thing is, we got more new people. People who usually they think so. Yeah, all this medieval acoustic music, maybe okay. But in this metal version, they say so. Man, that's really cool. So
And some people of them, they start to be a fan, and also they come to the other concerts, and so it's more and more and more. So it's great for us, and we never will stop. And so it's really not boring for us to play different projects.
yes, that's the idea. It is not possible that we ever be bored because we always do something new.
Thank you for the answer. What do you personally think about this album right now?
It's what I think personally. I love it.
Good.
That's all.
Nothing to change.
Yes, there is nothing to change. When you make music and you produce something, you're writing songs, you're recording it, you're mixing it, and then it's history. And I know there are bands or they're complaining about the past. We never do, because it's always what we did in this moment. This is the energy we put in finally in a CD, and it's perfect.
Yeah, and sure we will make a new one. So Era Metallum, we have some ideas, different. It will be great, but now we were working on a normal Corvus. Normal. It's a real medieval Corvus Corax CD, and after I think we will start to work on a new Era Metallum album, and so the metalheads can be happy.
Thank you. You just answered one of my next questions. I am curious about the concept of your album, Die Maske des Roten Todes.
Yes, the Mask of the Red Death. Yes.
Yes. Why creating the same album but in different language? Was it for reaching different countries or people on an artistic essay?
The thing is that we have everywhere in the world we have friends. So what you see now, what you can hear, is not ready because we have more friends in other languages. But it is not easy to maybe to translate. But our friend here in France, so we thinking, he can do it. And friends in Finland, Sami.
Yes.
I heard this version too and it was wow.
We have already a Japanese version, but it's not released right now. And we have, yes, it's especially, of course, this is politic. We have already a Russian version, but we don't want to release till we have Ukrainian and Belarus, because all there we have friends, and all there the friends are suffering under bad circumstances, So you want to bring it out only when we have all this together. But the thing is, this is a story from Edgar Allan Poe. It's literature, and usually a band is singing in one language, not us, because we are singing in a lot of weird languages. Cassis is doing it only dozens of languages no one will understand anymore, but usually a band is singing in English or in French or in German. So the rest of the world will not understand. And this Mask of the Red Death is a chance for us to be fair to all the fans all over the world, that they can listening to the lyrics in their own language.
So it's for your fans.
Of course, definitely. It's for our fans.
But also was for us because was in COVID time, so we had to do something, and we think Edgar Allan Poe, he was also in this time. He was thinking about, because some of his family die for very bad illness, and so we think, okay, the medieval story, what he wrote, this is like COVID, and so and it is all over the world. So we will do it in many different languages with many friends.
You love the idea.
Yes.
Really?
Still working on it.
But the important thing is that we don't finish with Edgar Allan Poe. We finish with a Corvus Corax version, because was outside from the church. We had some monks and priests, and they I don't know what is in.
They're hitting themselves. They punish themselves.
Yeah.
This old idea.
And so that is a medieval story, and since a long time we think about, okay, we will do it. We will use, because we use medieval songs, the people singing, and exists a version, the medieval version for minstrels like us. So, and this is a very funny lyrics. So one is you have to accept God, and you have to have pain.
Flagellation.
Flagellation. And the others are the minstrels, or they have to eat, to drink, because maybe tomorrow is the end of the world.
There's always a question. When the world will end because whatever, do you want to punish yourself, or do you want to enjoy the last minutes, days, or hours, or whatever you have? We prefer the last version.
Quite interesting. As a folk/pagan band, what's your opinion about pagan or folk music in 2024? Do you think the scene evolved compared to the beginning of the band?
It's changing. It's a process. It's like kind of an evolution. When Corvus Corax started, no one was playing this kind of music in this way. It was totally new, because there was medieval music in a church way. Then there was this the medieval music, very quiet, with flutes and people that look
tambourine.
And yes, and the people look like from a Robin Hood movie, with the stretched jeans or whatever, stretched trousers, and then Corvus Corax came and showed the people there was music from the normal people. There was street music, there was party music. Of course, in medieval times, humans always want to have party.
If you saw the old pictures, you can see that they were playing bagpipe, and some people they close the ear, and this means it was very loud, and they dance, and they say you can read they took drugs like mushrooms or something like that, and
of course it is.
So you can read. So it's not so different like today. So the people every time they had fun, and they like to have fun, and so our version is the metal music from the medieval time, and so we like all
the metal and the party music.
If we were born in 300 years, we will do the party music.
Yeah, so we started. The Corvus Corax started with something a completely new idea, an interpretation of medieval music, to show the people there was really something different, and then started to become successful. A lot of other bands started to cover it. This was kind of a boring time. It was nice to see that other musicians take the idea, but then after a while it started to spread, and like evolution, you have like a tree creating all the time new ideas, and there's always something new. And I think since the newest idea since 2 or 3 years is this pagan. I hope it's okay, but we always call them the techno shamans. You know.
Good one,
Yeah.
good one.
But you know what? This is something new, and all the time they have musicians creating something new. It's great, and of course a lot of people think so. Wow, this is really weird. This is a lot of the music is totally playback and whatever, and the people can be think that's not a good idea, but it's a great show what some of these people do. It's a great show, and the people they go to a concert like Heilung or Vadruna or some other bands, and they're making it. They're not playing everything live. But you know what? This is not the point. The point is you go to the show or you dive into some other dimension, and so it's great. I love it.
Yeah. So in the end of the 19th and in the 2000s, when we traveled all over the world and we met people in Mexico, in Portugal, in Russia, in everywhere. So we had many fans, and also we met many musicians, and they say, we start to play your music, and we say, okay, play our music, but it will be totally boring for you because Corvus Corax exists. You cannot make a new Corvus Corax scene.
Do something new.
Yeah, do with our influence, but do it new. So now you can find everywhere in the world. So we have friends in Mexico, in Russia, in Ukraine, and so for that is the situation for the war is very bad for us, because we have on both sides we have friends that are playing our music, but with influence from Russia and Ukraine. So it's sad, but everywhere in the world they play bagpipe with drums, and they play the zither, this is a string instrument, and they singing the own language now, or the old language from his own country. And so what we made, we are very proud for that.
That's right. Definitely.
Definitely. Thank you. Do you also plan to see some bands during the festival, or did you saw some bands?
Yes, so my idea was I definitely want to watch Mr. Bungle, because I like this crazy shit. And then there's this really old Scandinavian death metal band Dismember I want to watch as well, because I grew up with this stuff. And then there was what did I want to watch later again? What was this? Was Dismember? Extreme I couldn't see because I played at the same time. Corvus Corax are really fun.
We met them in our hotel. So
We drank some beer together. It was nice. They are good in that. They're from Finland, yeah, they know how to drink beer. And
we will. I saw a little bit accept. So I accept.
Okay, I accept your answer. I accept totally. Okay, I have two funny last questions for you. The first one is, to which dish would you compare Corvus Corax?
I think you must have honey wine. So Met, in German is Met, the honey wine, because Odin also was a big fan of the honey wine. But you have, I think, the white boar, the white pig. Roasted wild pig, like Obelix.
Right. Yes.
He was a big fan.
But you know what? We definitely need something really spicy in it.
Yes.
Definitely.
Spicy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because our music is very spicy as well.
That we know that Leif Erikson was, and his nephew, he was in America. And he will bring for us the spicy sauce from Mexico.
I want to taste that. Okay, thank you for that question. The last one is a quite personal question from me, really, because Corvus Corax, wait, I've already heard that, and I'm a huge fan of the Warhammer 40,000 license. Do you know that tabletop game?
I know
from
that, yes.
Yeah, and the Raven Guard, the Space Marines.
Yeah. Sometimes you got on all this social media thing. Sometimes people writing comments that I know they're just talking now about this game,
Before,
the Raven Guard and all that stuff. Yes,
You were before the Raven Guard, so
definitely. Do you know what? This is something customers can talk about, because there was one female band member in the entire history, only one real female band member, and it was
was our Raven. We had a lady in our band. She was called Tippe, and she was a very beautiful Raven woman.
at the beginning of the start of the band. It was all the time with the guys. It was before I entered the band, but they were traveling all the time with this Raven girl, and the Ravens are like us. So it's a perfect name for us. They're clever, they're cheeky, they're making a lot of problems, and they have a lot of fun.
Yes.
the Raven is here. I am one, right there.
Ah.
Oh wow!
It's one of my first names from my parents. So
From your parents?
yes,
Is it even not an artist name or so the parents gave you?
because they were fond of mythology. So
Okay, understand.
yeah. Thank you, really. That was the last question for me tonight. I know you are tired, so you can tell your French audience your last words for that, and we will be okay.
Thank you so much, and all you listen to that, come to our concerts, listen to our music, and we will see us. We will not stop to do all that stuff. We will do it the next 30 years for sure.
What I can say, because we will come back.
Right.
Thank you.